What's good? It's your boy Fanon. All right, Dillian White clowns Anthony Joshua for being booed at the O2 Arena. Says that he ran home, he was shocked, wondering why his fans booed him because he was a legend, and he went home crying. Now that's Dillian White, classic Dillian White, man. Very funny guy. I actually like Dillian White as a person. And the way he represents himself, I think he's a pretty decent guy, man. I've never been a fan of him fighting Deontay Wilder or a fan of him fighting Anthony Joshua, because I think that even though, he's one of the top heavyweights in the world, he's earned that. I won't say that I granted him that. I will grant him that. He's earned that. He's not one of the major three fighters that was going to really answer the question about who that best heavyweight in the world is. But I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the fact that AJ got booed, what I hope that means, and what I hope that leads to. But honestly, what I also think is going to actually happen. Okay, but before I do that, welcome back to the channel, subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we release our videos. And also, we do live streams in the morning, 10:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. I hope that you accept my invitation to attend. Now, this is what Dillian White said exactly. The Golden Goose got angry because fans booed him. White said that to IFL TV. He's like, why's my fans booing me? I'm a legend. Why are they booing me? He went home and cried. Now, obviously this is given in a statement at a time where Dillian White is trying to have his next fight be against Anthony Joshua for the WBA, the WBO, the IBF, and the IBO titles. Take out IBO though, because that's some secondary belt that really doesn't count. But hey, man, people want if AJ wants to pay the extra 3% of his purse so he can tote it around, hey man, let me help him get his money's worth. Those 4 belts. Dillian White, there's been rumors that Anthony Joshua has not settled on who he's going to fight on April 13th. That he might want to fight Luis Ortiz, that he might want to fight, Big Baby Miller in New York, or Dillian White in the UK. But he really, really, really desperately wants is Deontay Wilder in Wembley on April 13th. Right? That's all the talk going around. Now, personally, I believe it's going to be Dillian White, like I've said for a while, April 13th. Number one, they're not trying to come off the money necessary to get Deontay Wilder, and they've lost a lot of, they've lost a lot of credibility in the eyes of Deontay Wilder and the PBC because of the way the negotiations have gone in the past. And I think it's fair to say that Deontay Wilder just wants to fight Tyson Fury, clear up any doubts that took place there, make a good amount of money doing it. And then from there, he's going to move forward, but he's just not paying attention to Anthony Joshua because he doesn't think that Anthony Joshua is serious. As far as the Dillian White and Anthony Joshua, though, that is something that Eddie Hearn said Anthony Joshua wanted back in June of 2017 on interviews with IFL TV. And 5 days after Anthony Joshua beat Vladimir Klitschko, Eddie Hearn was on record saying that really is the rematch that Anthony Joshua wants, the Dillian White rematch. But that he wanted the Dillian White rematch to take place after Dillian White won the WBC belt off of Deontay Wilder. So for the next good amount of time, Eddie Hearn focused very heavily on getting a fight for Deontay Wilder and Dillian White. Deontay Wilder was not interested because he wanted to just go straight to Anthony Joshua. He is a WBC champion. Anthony Joshua is another champion. He wanted to fight for the unified belt, but Eddie Hearn didn't want to do that. Eddie Hearn was saying things like Deontay Wilder doesn't have the profile. We need to let that fight build. all those type of things. But what he'll do is he'll pay him more money than he ever made before to fight Dillian White. And so he wanted Deontay Wilder to go along with his plans. He actually offered to sign Deontay Wilder to Matchroom Boxing. Deontay Wilder said, "No, I want Anthony Joshua." But Eddie Hearn kept going with that until the WBC ordered Dillian White versus Luis Ortiz. It was at that point in time that the conversation shifted away from Dillian White to Dillian White and Deontay Wilder to Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. Blah, blah, blah. All that goes. But it has always been in the plan. It's always been something that all three people that you see on the screen were looking forward to. Anthony Joshua, Dillian White rematch. Now, as far as the booing of Anthony Joshua, I am not going to say that I believe, because I don't believe that it is because Anthony Joshua has just become so much less popular in the UK that people have turned on him and that he doesn't have fans. I'm not going to do one of those cornball things that you see certain other people doing whenever you grab on the lightest bit of evidence and try to run down the street with it. What I'm hoping is this, though, because there was, I don't know how many thousands of people there were there, 15, 20,000. I think the O2 Arena can hold 20,000 people. But say that if there was half of them booing, it's 10,000 people booing. What I'm hoping that those 10,000 people were booing was the prospect of an Anthony Joshua, Dillian White fight. That's what I'm hoping they were booing. We don't want to see Dillian White versus Anthony Joshua. We already know the outcome of that fight. Boo! What I want to see is Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. That's what we want to see. That's what I'm hoping they were booing. Hoping the reason behind the boos that you could clearly hear in there. That's what I'm hoping. Because from a fan's perspective, that makes sense. They already know what happened. They've already seen, already paid for. They've already paid for Dillian White versus Anthony Joshua. They want the best. I would hope that they would want the best bang for their buck, right? The best prize for their pound, the best bang for their buck, which would be Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, or Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. That's what I'm hoping they're booing for. But in order for that to happen, I believe, it's my opinion that Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn would have to come to believe this proposition that I'm putting forward. That the fans are the ones that own the money until the fight happens. Until the fight happens, the people who would buy pay-per-view on Sky or would buy pay-per-view on Showtime or who would buy tickets to the Principality Stadium or would buy tickets to the O2 Arena or Wembley or Vegas or the Barclays Center in New York or LA, that until those fights happen, the money in that fight is in the pocketbooks and the bank accounts of the fans. So if they want to get that money from us, the fans, they need to give them the best fight, the fights that they want to see, not the fights that they're willing to give them. And if those boos are for a fight with Tyson Fury or Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, or Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, then Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn should go about doing what they have to do to make that fight happen. And that means understanding that the fans who are paying want to see Deontay Wilder. They want to see Tyson Fury. And since the fans that pay want to see that those two guys deserve a very fair section of that money that comes from it, because it's their part of the reason that the fans will pay it. Not this money is already mine and I'm giving it to you as a favor for getting in the ring with me. But other than that, it's already my money. I'm the A side. Look, I'm hoping that that's what the booing is. Or what the booing was about. I have a hard time believing that they were booing Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua said, I want to, that Deontay Wilder's the first in line. And if I can't get that done, then I'll fight you. What I'm hoping is that they were booing is, don't give me that crap, just make the fight. Okay? Just make the fight and pay and come up with a fair negotiation so the fight can happen. Because the funny thing is, as a fight fan, because I'm not media, I'm a fight fan, right? In the United States, they fought for my money. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fought for my money. Now, Anthony Joshua has never fought for my money because I've never had to buy a pay-per-view with him in it. He's never been pay-per-view over here. He's never been on pay-per-view in Germany. He's not pay-per-view in Mexico. It's free. It's a free fight that comes with my subscription. So, but if you're over there in the UK, and I've never bought a ticket to an Anthony Joshua fight, but the people over there in the UK are the only people that are paying Anthony Joshua's pay-per-view. So what is it that they want to pay their money for? What is it that they want to pay their money for? If those boos were for telling Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, we want Tyson Fury or we want Deontay Wilder, then that's what Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua need to try to give them. But doing so recognizing that the fans want to give their money to Deontay Wilder. The fans in the UK want to give their money to Tyson Fury. They don't just want to give their money to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is not the sole reason that they're watching the fight. In any given fight, he's half of the reason, right? At least that's my logic and what I hope the logic is. Dude, Deontay Wilder, if he wants to make the fight with Deontay Wilder said what he needed to do in order to make the fight. Do it. Or go fight and do what you know you're going to do, fight Dillian White. But if you're not willing to do that, then hey, what Dillian White is saying, there's your explanation. Why are your fans booing you? You thought you were a legend. Why are they booing you? Because you're not giving them what they want. You're taking their money and not giving them what they want in exchange for their money, which is a fight that they believe is competitive, a fight that they don't know the outcome of. Not giving them a regurgitated event that they already know more than likely how it's going to turn out. Just because it's part of your plan to do this for 10, 15 years, whatever it is. Anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Peace.